So you know that awesome moment when you go dig into your old purse and you find some good old lipstick that you forgot you had? Well, talk about a gym moment and a happy Friday. Hey y'all, and happy Friday. So today I wanted to film some college advice for freshmen since everyone is headed back to school. So if you want to learn about a couple tips and tricks that I wish I had known when I was a freshman in college, please keep watching. Alright, my little freshmen, so I know that you're starting school and you're going to be a little bit nervous, especially around picking out classes. So tip number one is go to ratemyprofessor.com and check out the reviews on your professor. So what happens is on Rate My Professor, different previous students who've taken the class before you, they go in, they rate the professor, say if they really suck, if their tests are really hard, if they don't believe in curving, if they feel like an 89.9 is a B and they won't curve and they won't round to an A. Rate My Professor is where you find out all that information, and it will help you decide what classes you should and should not take. Now, if you've already registered for classes, if you did that during the summer, that's fine. There is add drop week, so you can go in, read the reviews on the classes that you have, on the professors that you're taking, and if you don't like them, drop the class and pick up another class with another professor who I wouldn't say that they should be easy, but you shouldn't have a professor who gives you a grade of an 89.9 and they won't round you up to an A. Look out for those. So Rate My Professor, go ahead, look it up, let it be your best friend. My next tip is that you need to regularly check your university email. Now I know it can be a bit of a hassle. You're going to be getting all of these Amber Alerts and university alerts and all of that kind of stuff, but you need to check it. One is because that's when you're going to get your time ticket. I'll go into that during my next point. But also you just find out some awesome campus events that are going to be going on that you wouldn't find out otherwise. You'll find out when classes are being released. You'll find out if you need an internship. They generally post people who need an intern on your university website because those people reach out to the university just to see if they can get students involved. So the university website, your university email, check it on the regular. It has some vital information. Don't look past it and think it's not important, because it is very, very key to finding out kind of insider university trader tips and tricks. So just like I told you to check your university email before, the reason why I say that is because that is where you will get your lovely time ticket. So when you are in university, you will get a time ticket for when you can register for classes. My time ticket when I was a freshman was generally, gosh, freshmen usually get the worst time tickets. So it's usually like during the summer. So it'll tell you what time you're able to start registering for classes. Usually it'll be at midnight or 10 o'clock at night, something like that. As you grow in rank, as you become a sophomore, junior, or senior in college, you'll be able to register earlier and earlier, and that means that you'll get a greater variety of classes that they can choose from. But if you want to start off strong and make sure that you start off getting great classes and you have a huge array of options when you do go to register, check your university email. That email will be sent there first. I had this thing at our university called My Wings. My Wings was updated with my registration ticket, my time ticket, when I could add and drop classes, everything like that. So goes back to stay on top of that university email. You are going to need it. Now, if you are a clean freak like me, this is something that you're gonna love. Please bring shower shoes and Lysol. Now, I originally thought my freshman year, I was like, oh, I'm going to be in university. They're going to have people cleaning and scrubbing and making sure this place is spit spot clean, all day, every day. No, doesn't happen like that. You do, if you're in a dorm where you have communal showers, that means that you and the whole floor share one row of showers. You're going to need shower shoes, and you're going to want to bring Lysol, because that's where things like athletes' feet grow and all these other nasty germs and diseases that I don't even want to think about. But bring that in bulk, buy that in bulk. You might even need it for your dorm room, because God forbid you get roommates who are, not like you. In terms of cleanliness, you'll be able to Lysol it down, get that 99.9% virus is killed, and you'll be good to go. So if you are a freshman, generally there is a policy at universities that say that you can't bring a car your freshman year, but your sophomore year you can bring a car. I didn't have that policy during my freshman year of college. I was allowed to bring my car. So if you're allowed to bring your car, please bring it. It's going to be so much easier for you to get around all of that kind of stuff. I know universities generally want for you to become engulfed and immersed in the college lifestyle, living on your own, being an adult, all of that kind of stuff. That's great and fine, but if the university does allow you to bring the car, bring it. Convince your parents that it's worth making the deposit on the parking pass and letting you, the deposit on getting the parking pass for the garage or the parking lot, whatever. Bring the car if you can, and if not, that will roll into my next tip. So now you're probably sitting there wondering, well, my university won't let me bring a car. I have a solution for you. Learn how to skateboard or bring a bike. Everyone at my college campus, they were on skateboards all the time, and they were always riding bikes. That was if they had a car or even if they didn't. Skateboarding and riding bikes just in general throughout the longevity of the 4 years or 5 years of your university career is just great. It really helps you get along fast. If you don't want to pull your car out of the parking garage and lose your spot, which is key, you want to get a really good parking spot if you do bring your car, and you want to keep it because people will whip those up fast. So if you want to keep your spot, your car in a great parking spot, get a skateboard or bring a bike, and you'll be able to whip and zip around campus as need be quickly, and then whenever you need to go off campus, you'll have your car there and you'll kind of be covered on both fronts. Next tip is that you have 3 years to decide what it is that you want to do so you can relax. So if you're anything like me, you felt like during your freshman year you had to decide right off the money what it is you wanted to do. You should have been dreaming about it since high school, and you got to stick with that major and you don't have any time to change your major. That's not true. You actually have a full 3 years, maybe 2.5 years. 3 is the max, but you have that time to decide what it is you really want to do. I changed my major 4 times. So when I got into college, I was positively determined that I was going to go into acting. Then I changed my major again to news broadcasting because I wanted to be a news broadcaster. Then I changed my major again because I decided that I wanted to be a veterinarian. And then I finally went back to news broadcasting, and I fell in love with public relations and international relations, and those are the 2 majors that stuck, and that's what I got my degree in. So you have time to figure out what it is that you want to do. I know that it feels like you have all the pressure in the world to pick a career field and stick with it and become the best, and you will. But you also need to take this time to play around with different majors. Maybe you want to be in the science world, maybe you want to be in the arts world, maybe you want to be in the acting world, the music world. I don't know, whatever interests you. Take those classes, figure out what you love, and then stick with it and get your degree in that. Do not feel like you have to know exactly what you want to do your freshman year. You have plenty of time. Now, when you start creeping up to the, let's say, spring of your junior year, and you're about to become a senior and you still don't know what you want to do, then I would worry. You should know by then what you want to do and where you want to land, especially considering you take all of your core classes. You start taking your core classes during your junior year. So you should have the feeling around that time what it is that you want to do. And if you don't, go and talk to your advisor. Your advisor is like your bread and butter. They are amazing. But yeah, have time, breathe, relax. Your freshman year is a time for you to get all those gen ed requirements out of the way and really pinpoint what it is that you want to do. So take the time to explore. This next tip is something that I started doing in high school, and it is schmoozing your professors. Now, I know in high school people probably call this brown nosing, or that you're being a kiss butt and all that kind of stuff. Look, good for you for perfecting those skills, because you're going to need them when you get to college. And the people who are lackadaisical and chill in the back of class and don't show any interest, they're going to have a pretty hard time in college. So when I say schmooze your professors, what I mean is sit, if you can, sit in the first or second row of class. Take the initiative, answer questions, ask questions, offer your opinion, engage the professor in conversation. Maybe after class, if you have questions or concerns, talk to them after class. Get to know them a bit. See how they came to be a teacher. Stop by during their office hours. Get to know your professors, because at the end of the day, A professor is more likely to change your grade or be lenient if you missed a class, or, you know, give you a couple extra points if they know you and if you've taken the time to get to know them and treat them like a human being. And then if you didn't, and you sat in the back of the class, you didn't participate, you didn't do anything but attend class and try to slide by and get a C in the class, and let that be the end of that. Don't do that, especially if these, when you get into your junior, senior year, you're going to have kind of the same professors during your junior, senior year, because those are going to be your core classes. So you're going to be spending a lot of time with these professors, so you might as well, you know, start rubbing elbows, start getting to know them, and just treat them like people. You're also going to want these professors when you go off to get your master's. You're going to need letters of recommendation. This is going to help you get a letter of recommendation. So talk up your professors, get to know them, treat them like people, and overall they'll, you know, be able to provide you with wisdom that you wouldn't get otherwise. So schmooze it up, y'all. Schmooze it up. Next up, and kind of going back to the technology, is that you need to learn how to use Blackboard. So I don't know if every university uses this. I'm assuming that most do, but Blackboard is where your professors are going to that's where you're going to submit your assignments. That's where they're going to do the updates. That's basically where everything, the homepage of where everything is for grading and syllabuses and submitting assignments, all that kind of stuff. It's Blackboard. Learn how to use it your freshman year. Don't be one of those people who's like, oh, I'm not going to worry about Blackboard. I'm just going to hand everything in, and it's going to be paper assignments like it was in high school and all that kind of stuff. No, it's not. You're going to be submitting everything on Blackboard. So download the app. They have a Blackboard app. Have that browser up on your computer every time you sit down. Blackboard is where anything and everything to do with due dates, assignments, exams, how you submit essays, how you submit your tests, how you take quizzes, it's all going to be on Blackboard. So go ahead, get the app, and get familiar with it, because it's going to be your best friend for those 4 to 5 years that you're in college. Now, I know a lot of you might be worried about your first day of classes. You're excited, you're wondering what it's like to be in a college class, you're an adult, you're on your own, you're in your dorm, and it's just an exciting time. Sorry, that was myself. So it's a really exciting time. The first day of classes, though, don't be fearful. Generally, the first day of classes are syllabus day. So what that means, that's your first day of class. Or maybe even sometimes your first week of classes, where you come in, the professor goes over the syllabus, they tell you a little bit about what's going to happen in class, and that's it. You usually get to leave class early. So don't freak out, don't worry about the first day. You know, try to make some friends, all that kind of stuff, but your first week or your first day of classes each semester is going to be your easiest, most laid back week. It's called syllabus week or syllabus day. So you freshmen who already signed up for classes, if you signed up for 8 a.m. classes, yeah, I'm sorry for you. For those of you who haven't signed up for classes yet, here's a tip and a trick. Don't sign up for 8 a.m. classes. Everyone, when they first go to college, they're eager, they're excited, they want to start the day early, and they want to stretch out their classes across the course of the week. No, don't do that. If you can take your classes at, starting at 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, maybe even noon, sign up for those classes. I don't know why. I know y'all are used to high school schedules, waking up early, all that kind of stuff. Don't put yourself through that in college. Don't be like the other freshmen. Take a later class. The other freshmen are going to be wondering, oh my gosh, why didn't I know that you could sign up to take a later class? I didn't have to take class at 8 a.m. Well, now you're going to know, and you can let them know, hey, you don't have to do that. You can take a later class. You can even take your classes on 2 days, which I'll get into on my next tip. But don't do the 8 a.m. class unless you absolutely have to. If you're a math or science major, then you're probably absolutely gonna have to. But more often than not, you can schedule it back to take a 10 a.m. class. You can sleep in. This isn't high school. This is college. Avoid the 8 a.m. classes, guys. All right, so on to scheduling. So like I mentioned before, you can schedule your classes to take them 2 days a week. So it'll take some finagling, and this is where that time ticket comes in handy. If you pay attention to your emails, your university emails, you can go ahead and get your time ticket. When you get your time ticket, if you start registering for classes as soon as you get it, you'll have more options. So you should try to take your classes on a Tuesday, Thursday, or a Monday, Wednesday with a breakout on Friday. What that means is the bulk load of your classes are going to be on 2 days, and you'll have 3 days to chill out and relax. Try your best not to have classes on Fridays. Make Thursday your Friday, you know? Relax. Why take a class on Friday when you don't have to? But what I did with my schedule when I was a freshman was I scheduled out classes all over the place. I took them at 8 a.m. I took them Monday through Friday. And after I learned when I went to my sophomore year, I was like, I don't have to do this. So I scheduled my classes to start at 10 a.m. I took the bulk load of them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. There may have been a class I needed to take that couldn't be scheduled for that day, but that was fine. And on Fridays, I was generally open unless I had a breakout session. And that's usually when you're taking a science class, like earth-based science. And if there's usually a lab attached to that class. The labs or breakout sessions usually happen on Fridays, and they happen pretty early in the morning, so you still have an early day. But try to go ahead and schedule those classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Just text galore. Go ahead and take those classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays so that you have, you know, free time to study, free time to hang out with your friends, and free time to just enjoy university life. Now, as a freshman, some of you might be really outgoing. I got involved in everything from Greek life to, you know, every campus event and club that I could get my hands on. For those of you who are kind of shy, that's totally fine. But try to spread your wings a little bit. Go out to campus events. Go and hang out with your friends, all that kind of stuff. University is, you know, university life, college life is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Don't spend all of your time in the dorm because you're nervous about meeting new people. Join a club, go to a mixer, go to a university concert, go to a spring fling, go to all of the different events that they're going to be offering for you to participate in and meet new people, because you're going to meet your lifelong friends in college. You're going to meet so many amazing people who are interested in so many different things, and you shouldn't spend your time closed up in your room because you're shy and you're too scared to get out there. So go out, attend events, make new friends. It'll be nerve-wracking at first. Trust me, I was nervous when I went to my first university event. I went by myself, but I made new friends, and I met fellow freshmen who, you know, wanted to go to the events with me. And I met a lot of my friends at orientation. So orientation was key. All the freshmen are kind of put together in orientation, and you all get to be nervous together and hang out together. So use orientation as another key event where you can meet new friends, meet your buddy, and y'all can go to university events together. Now, most of you also are probably pretty interested and have heard about the party scene, the drinking scene, and if you're a boy, you've heard about the girls. If you're a girl, you've heard about the boys, and if you're, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So you need to do all of this in moderation. Do it in moderation. So my freshman year, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I went crazy. I was that girl who was going to parties, you know, Tuesday to Sunday, taking a break on Monday and doing it again. I was clubbing. I was the girl who was doing body shots. I was crazy my freshman year. I was all over the place. And that was because in high school, I was very sheltered. So when I was able to move away from home and I was in the dorm and it was just me, I was like, well, why not? So what I would advise is, if you're gonna party in moderation. If you're gonna drink, let's not even stunt. Most of you who are freshmen, sophomore, and juniors, and you're not 21 yet, y'all are gonna be drinking underage. Don't even play. That's fine. Drink in moderation. Don't be like me. Don't do body shots. Don't all the time. Don't drink a whole ton of Four Locos and black out. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's just not. The throwing up the next day, all that kind of stuff. Just don't. So drink, party, do it all in moderation. And then, you have the boy-girl thing. Guys, this is from my guy friends. Don't sleep with everything with boobs. I'm just gonna leave that there. Just don't do it. Girls, don't sleep with everything that's male. Let's try to keep our legs closed a little bit and show a little bit of restraint. Get to know that person first. This also goes back to drinking and partying in moderation. If you are drunk, like I was Tuesday to Sunday, then you really don't have complete control of your faculties, and you're probably going to be kissing up on anything that walks by, because when you're drunk, everything looks hot. And when you know, the next day, you're kind of like, oh dear God, why? So do all of these stuff, parties, drinking, boys, girls, do it in moderation, but have fun, date, party it up, you know, do all of that kind of stuff. It's so much fun. It's even more fun though when you do it and when you don't do too much of it. So yeah, keep it simple. Alright y'all, so to wrap this up, the one thing I would suggest that you do a lot of is to have fun. Like I said, college is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's something that you don't need to take for granted. You need to take advantage of every single opportunity. No, I'm not talking about drugs. You are going to run into people who are going to be offering you Molly and shrooms and weed and blah, blah, blah. You know, you don't have to do it. You do not have to do it. So don't do a lot of that. But in terms of just making friends, making connections, going out to events, all of that kind of stuff, do a lot of it. Go out, be you, learn who you are. You learn a lot about who you are during those 4 to 5 years in college. So once again, as my dad always says, be good, do good, have fun. And what he would always end it with me is be a lady, pull your shirt down and pull your pants up. So y'all be good. Okay guys, so thank you so much for watching my college freshman advice. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, as always, leave them down in the comments bar. If you like this video and you want to see more of these types of videos, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Don't forget to do that. I'll once again probably be coming back at you guys with a vlog. I keep saying that. I really want to come back with a longer vlog this weekend, so hopefully I can do that and I'll get some good content while I'm out with my friends. So yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!